you know, scheduling conflict-wise, it didn't work out, but I'm so thrilled that musicals are so celebrated at the moment.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the movies that could have looked totally different if original casting plans had gone through.
Here's Johnny!
Number 30, Jim Carrey as Captain Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Before he was playing God in Bruce Almighty, Jim Carrey was being eyed up for the role of the swashbuckling, chaotic, and charismatic Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please, sir.
The character was apparently written with Hugh Jackman in mind, hence the name Captain Jack Sparrow. But since Jackman wasn't yet a global household name, they wanted someone who had more pull. Carrey was a perfect choice to play a young Burt Lancaster-style pirate, but his compass was pointing elsewhere.
You've had my powers for a little over a week now. How many people have you helped?
You know, I took care of a few things. I righted a few wrongs in my own life first, okay? I was gonna help the others. I think I could help the world.
The world?
Meanwhile, Johnny Depp landed the part after producer Jerry Bruckheimer saw something special in him. Carrey was also considered for an early version of Elf, but that version never made it off the page. And that, as Bruce would say,
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Number 29, Chevy Chase as Lester Burnham, American Beauty.
Honey, are you trying to look unattractive?
That hurt, Ellen.
It's hard to imagine anybody in this Oscar-winning role other than Kevin Spacey. At the same time, we could actually see funny man Chevy Chase slipping into the part quite comfortably. After all, Chase is no stranger to playing dysfunctional family men.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, honey.
If Clark Griswold had a total midlife crisis and aspired to cheat on his wife with his dream woman, you'd essentially have Lester Burnham. Chase turned down the role, as he felt it would ruin his family-friendly image. Were Caddyshack and Hot Tub Time Machine really family-friendly, though?
Stuff's terrible.
It's good. You don't know how to do it.
How do I do it?
I'm going to show you.
You mind putting that down, sir, that coal shovel, before somebody gets hurt?
Number 28, Burt Reynolds as James Bond, on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
When Sean Connery walked away from the James Bond series after 5 films, producers scrambled to find someone to fill his big bespoke shoes.
Too bad you have to go. Just as things were getting interesting.
Yes.
Burt Reynolds was approached, but turned the role down by saying an American couldn't play the quintessentially British secret agent.
For the good old American life. For the money, for the glory, and for the fun. Mostly for the money.
Producers hired unknown Australian George Lazenby instead.
This never happened to the other fella.
When the Aussie quit after 1 film, another Yank was tapped. West. Adam West.
Of course. How clever.
But Batman declined the part for the same reason as Reynolds, allowing Connery to resume the role.
You just killed James Bond.
Is that who it was? Well, it just proves no one's indestructible.
Number 27, Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Sean Archer and Castor Troy. Face Off.
You good looking.
You hit like a vegetarian.
Throughout the 80s and 90s, Stallone and Schwarzenegger reigned as Hollywood's most kick-ass action heroes. People often wondered when these superstars were finally going to team up on screen. Unfortunately, the two wouldn't co-star together until they were old and expendable.
Why don't we have dinner?
Sure, when?
In 1,000 years. Too soon.
We almost got to see Stallone and Schwarzenegger unite in their prime, however. Face Off was specially written with them in mind, and they would have been right at home in a project so over the top.
I'm busy anyway, so give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle.
This seemingly perfect casting sadly wasn't meant to be, but John Travolta and Nicolas Cage made for a fun rivalry nonetheless.
Oh well, plan B. Let's just kill each other.
Number 26, Sylvester Stallone as Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop.
How you doing?
Initially, plastic surgery aficionado Mickey Rourke was attached to star in this action comedy.
Wow. Who would figure, huh?
But when his holding contract expired, producers asked Rocky himself.
Yeah, I want to know how come. You want to know? I want to know how!
Sly thought it would be a pretty good film, except for all that damn comedy.
Yo, Paul, listen, maybe we just better forget all this, you know? Just forget it.
Forget nothing. Go ahead, tell us something funny.
Ain't nothing to talk about. She's in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood.
You know how to do funny.
So he rewrote the script as an action flick. But this caused budget problems, since comedy, unlike action, is cheap.
I don't think cost is the issue here, sir.
Stallone was then allowed to leave and take his reworked script with him, allowing Eddie Murphy to step in.
Hey!
Oh, and Stallone's script? It's called Cobra.
I used everything I had.
Number 25, Guy Pearce's Daredevil. Daredevil.
I'm not the bad guy. Thanks to you, it's been my mantra ever since.
We were optimistic that Ben Affleck will make a good Batman, despite the fact that he made for a pretty forgettable Daredevil.
I don't know why you read that trash.
To Affleck's credit, he wasn't given very gripping material to work with, and there aren't a ton of actors that could have brought more to this part. That being said, Guy Pearce still might have been able to inject a little more life into Matt Murdock.
I have to believe that my actions still have meaning.
Pierce turned the role down, but his commanding multi-layered performances in thrillers like Memento demonstrate his ability to completely lose himself in dark, twisted roles.
Take it off. Your pants, too.
Why?
I don't want to get blood on them.
At least Charlie Cox is finally doing Daredevil justice.
You were right.
Number 24, Sean Connery as Gandalf the Grey, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
And I'm not the man I once was.
Armed with both a beard and a happening accent, Connery has everything it takes to be a killer Gandalf.
In the end, there can be only one.
However, the former Bond turned down the role for a very simple reason. He didn't understand the script.
Oh, we can't all be geniuses, can we?
Although that move made him the only person brave enough to admit not getting the whole Hobbit thing, it was a pricey decision as the films were hugely successful and led to another trilogy.
But the question is, do I need the Empire?
We can't be sure if Ian McKellen gets the story, but he sure seems okay with it.
There is only one Lord of the Ring. Only one who can bend it to his will. And he does not share power.
Number 23, Gwen Stefani as Jane Smith, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. When Mr. and Mrs. Smith hit theaters, it became the biggest box office hit for both its leads.
You only broke these out for special occasions.
This is a special occasion.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie walked away with more than just blockbuster paychecks. Still, the film could have looked very different. Nicole Kidman was originally cast as Jane Smith, but had to drop out due to a scheduling clash with the Stepford Wives. Catherine Zeta-Jones, Cate Blanchett, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Aishwarya Rai were all reportedly considered too. Gwen Stefani even revealed that she was up for the role during a burning question segment on Ellen.
Angelina beat me.
Wow.
Yes.
That could have gone a whole different way.
Could have been a different story.
Talk about sliding doors.
Pitt also briefly left the project, and Johnny Depp was floated as a possible replacement. However, he returned once Jolie officially signed on.
What do you care if I was just a cover?
Who said you were just a cover?
Wasn't I?
Wasn't I?
Number 22, John Travolta as Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump.
Up all your noses, we rub a hole.
Oh no.
Travolta passed on this iconic rom-com dram despite being a top pick for the part, and despite having been in a string of duds.
Everybody's got to dump on somebody, right? Of course.
Sure, Pulp Fiction restored his career that same year.
I seriously doubt that.
But it's just one of the many classic roles the actor didn't accept.
What do you make of all this?
Other Travolta passovers include American Gigolo, Chicago, and Apollo 13.
Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
As for Gump, Chevy Chase and Bill Murray also turned it down before Tom Hanks took the role.
My name's Forrest Gump.
People call me Forrest Gump.
Weirder still is Gump author Winston Groom's pick, John Goodman.
I get the feeling that this here ain't exactly working out.
Number 21, Christopher Lee as Dr. No. Dr. No.
Unfortunately, I misjudged you.
Oh no, my friend. This is a mistake, a terrible mistake. They've gone too far.
With his tall stature and commanding voice, Christopher Lee brought great presence to some of the most recognizable villains of all time.
We must join with him, Gundam.
From Saruman to Frankenstein's monster to Lord knows how many Count Draculas. We totally could have seen Lee playing Dr. No in James Bond's initial cinematic outing.
It depends, Mr. Bond, on which side of the glass you are.
Author Ian Fleming, who was Lee's step-cousin, even suggested him for the role. Despite the wishes of 007's creator, the producers had already cast Joseph Wiseman.
A handicap is what you make of it.
Matters worked out pretty well regardless, since Dr. No would go on to become Wiseman's most iconic character, and Lee would eventually appear in a Bond movie too.
6 bullets to your 1. I only need 1.
Number 20, Jennifer Lawrence as Bella Swan, Twilight.
So you're here to make me look pretty. You're beautiful.
Before she became a Hollywood A-lister, Jennifer Lawrence had to endure plenty of rejection.
Help me. Ain't nobody said that I did, have they?
Perhaps the most notable part that she didn't get was Bella Swan in Twilight. The role instead went to Kristen Stewart, who, for what it's worth, did a spectacular job at capturing Bella's bleak, blank, bland emptiness.
It's complicated.
While it would have been a huge role for Lawrence, she fortunately got to play a much stronger and more compelling young adult protagonist a couple of years later.
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute!
Still, imagine what it would have been like if J-Law had pierced Edward Cullen's heart with an arrow. Figuratively, that is.
Thank you for your consideration.
Number 19, Harrison Ford as Oscar Schindler, Schindler's List. Indiana Jones and Oscar Schindler have a lot in common if you think about it. Both were heroes, and both were at the center of films by Steven Spielberg. Because of this, Harrison Ford seemed like a natural choice to play Schindler.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
At the same time, though, it admittedly would have been hard to picture Ford here without expecting him to break out a whip. Given the importance of the role, Ford respectfully turned it down. So Spielberg turned to Liam Neeson, who did an impeccable job at portraying the man who saved 1,200 Jews during the Holocaust.
I could have got more. I could have got more.
Number 18, Gwyneth Paltrow as Rose DeWitt Bukater, Titanic. As the story goes, Kate Winslet fought hard to be considered for the role, keeping herself on James Cameron's radar with daily letters, a phone call, and even sending him a single rose while insisting she is the character.
And all the while I feel I'm standing in the middle of a crowded room screaming at the top of my lungs and no one even looks up.
Cameron, meanwhile, had his eye on more established stars, like Claire Danes and Gwyneth Paltrow. Danes had just wrapped Romeo plus Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, and felt that the timing wasn't right. In a 1998 interview, Paltrow revealed she'd had great expectations for some scripts that came her way, while this one has a ship.
Okay, fine, but you meet me there. 1115 North Ocean.
All right, sure.
And wear your dinner jacket.
When you put it like that, you can kind of understand why, much like Rose, she did let go.
Never let go.
I will never let go, Jack. I'll never let go.
Number 17, Christopher Walken as Han Solo, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope.
I am you, you are me, and we are here.
Walken was a leading contender for this iconic role.
Awful, terrible.
As were Nick Nolte and Al Pacino.
That's a true story.
Also considered at various points were Burt Reynolds, Richard Dreyfuss, James Caan, Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell, James Woods, Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Steve Martin, and anyone who wasn't Harrison Ford.
All right, kid. You better be right about this.
George Lucas had previously used and liked Ford in American Graffiti, but wanted new faces for his space opera.
Hey, baby. What do you say?
Although Although Lucas denied Ford an audition, he did hire him to read Solo's part during audition sessions before giving in and just casting him.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon.
Number 16, Christina Applegate as Elle Woods, Legally Blonde. We can't imagine anyone else playing Elle Woods other than Reese Witherspoon, and it seems Christina Applegate would agree.
Oh my god, you guys are so sweet!
That doesn't mean she's not totally sorry about turning it down, although her choice words were far more colorful. At the time, she was just a few years out of having played Kelly Bundy on Married with Children, and after having read the Legally Blonde script, just felt that the roles were too alike. However, during an appearance on Watch What Happens, she admitted that she actually doesn't regret saying no because ultimately the role went to the right person.
No, I don't regret it because Reese Witherspoon did a much better job than I ever could, and she has now way more money than I do and way more success. And so why would I even regret that?
Applegate still went on to build a whole successful career, so it wasn't a total bonehead move.
I've waited so long to hear you say that. But if I'm going to be a partner in a law firm by the time I'm 30, I need a boyfriend who's not such a complete bonehead.
Number 15, Johnny Depp as Jonathan Harker, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, she was in great pain. Then we cut off her head and drove a stake to her heart.
Precisely. So why was the head removed?
Why?
Right.
While Francis Ford Coppola delivered one of the best adaptations of Bram Stoker's classic horror novel, most people would agree that Keanu Reeves' performance was the film's weakest link.
I know where the bastard sleeps.
With Johnny Depp's incredible acting range and charisma, Jonathan Harker could have really risen to life.
Welcome to the grave, I will have vengeance.
Given his other roles in the horror genre,
Okay.
Okay.
it's actually rather surprising that Depp didn't leap at the chance to star in a movie such as this. Maybe Harker was just too straightforward of a character for Depp in a film full of more eccentric personalities. Number 14, Charlie Hunnam as Christian Grey, 50 Shades of Grey. You might remember when the Sons of Anarchy star was attached to this provocative flick.
Looks great. How much?
Forget it, it's a gift.
No, Jax, I don't.
Hey, I'm the one getting the deal.
You may also remember when he unexpectedly dropped out, clearing the way for Jamie Dornan to take over. His exit ignited the rumor mill. Was it discomfort with the raunchier scenes or fan backlash? He later explained that actually it was a busy schedule and personal struggles, including the loss of his father. Though devastated to leave the role, it was the right choice in the moment.
With work, I'm very labored and take a long time, and it creates a lot of anxiety making these big decisions. But once I've made the decision, I'm very disciplined about never looking back.
In another life, he could have starred alongside the mother of dragons herself, Emilia Clarke, as his Anastasia. However, she opted out, worried about being seen as the actress who always shows her birthday suit. Number 13, Harry Styles as Elvis Presley, Elvis. When casting a music legend like Elvis Presley, you want someone with the whole package and the ability to disappear into the role. That's a tall order when your frontrunner is already a global superstar. According to Elvis director Baz Luhrmann, Harry Styles was very much in the mix and eager to step into the King's blue suede shoes. Luhrmann had nothing but high praise for Styles, but admitted it'd be hard for audiences to see past Harry as, well, Harry.
The real issue with Harry is he's Harry Styles. He's already an icon.
Then the right actor practically fell into his lap. He got a tape of Austin Butler singing Unchained Melody, followed by a glowing endorsement from Denzel Washington.
Because it was an extraordinary tape of a young man in a bathrobe playing Unchained Melody, which is a giant sing, and weeping but not acting. It wasn't acting, weeping. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Just like that, Luhrmann had found his Elvis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Number 12, Will Smith as Neo, The Matrix. This flick's about to get real.
Whoa.
Real jiggy. Yes, before Keanu Reeves woed his way into The Matrix, the Fresh Prince himself was offered the lead in this mindbender.
It is amazing. You certainly have grown, Will.
Well, we all have.
Smith has no regrets about passing on Neo, citing Reeves' bullet time awesomeness in the film.
Gotta stick to what we each do best.
While there are rumors that Ewan McGregor also turned down the iconic role, he denies this, speculating if there were truth to the rumor, it'd be his agent's fault.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
His agent, Faley McBalldropper, was not available for comment.
I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you.
Number 11, Emily Blunt as Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, Iron Man 2. Emily Charlton might have sold her soul to be Miranda Priestley's right hand, and it sounds like Emily Blunt might have done the same to secure a spot in the movie.
You don't understand. If you get fired, that might jeopardize Paris for me, and if that happens, I will search every Blimpies in the tri-state area until I track you down. She's gonna fire me?
Okay, not literally, but as she told Howard Stern, she was gutted to have to turn down the role of Black Widow. Blunt was contractually tied to Gulliver's Travels at the time, leaving her no choice.
At some point, I think it just became evident that I needed to get rid of this optional picture deal because it was gonna just hang over me for a long time, and I didn't want that. And ultimately, as hard as it was, I don't think anyone expected for the hand to be forced. I think you kind of like hope that it isn't.
Marvel clearly wanted her, reportedly considering her for Captain Marvel, Peggy Carter, and Sue Storm. Ever the pro, she tried to make the best of an unideal situation, but still calls it heartbreaking.
But it irked my heart for it to have happened in the first place, but I ended up trying to, I will always try and make the best of any situation, for sure.
The role, of course, went to Scarlett Johansson, who now happens to be the highest-grossing actor in Hollywood. Number 10, Amy Schumer as Barbie. Barbie. Back in 2016, it was announced that Amy Schumer would be stepping into the Barbie world. She eventually dropped out, reportedly due to scheduling conflicts, but later revealed the real reason. Life in Plastic wasn't exactly fantastic.
But you know, there's like a new team behind it, and it looks like it's like very feminist and cool, so I will be seeing that movie.
Was it that it didn't feel feminist and cool when you were involved in it? It was a little, yes.
Schumer wanted her Barbie to be an inventor. What she didn't expect was for Barbie's big invention to be a shoe made of Jell-O. She and the studio also didn't see eye to eye on her fish out of water story, so they parted ways. Ultimately, Greta Gerwig stepped in to give us a fresh Barbie story, which was played to perfection by Margot Robbie.
This is the best day ever.
It is the best day ever, and so is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and so is the day after tomorrow, and even Wednesdays, and every day from now until forever. Do you guys ever think about dying?
Still, we can't help wondering what the Anne Hathaway version might have looked like.
That much energy, that much anticipation, that much emotion, but it's not the right version.
Right.
So I actually think of it as a lucky thing.
Number 9, O.J. Simpson as the Terminator. The Terminator.
I'll be back.
Along with eventual futuristic cyborg Arnold Schwarzenegger, O.J. Simpson was a studio top pick for the title role in The Terminator.
All I know is never bet on the white guy.
Simpson's sweet dreams of robot stardom were dashed by director James Cameron, who felt the former running back was just too darn nice to play a cold-blooded killer.
Police! Throw down your guns!
Juice was then best known for his football days and the occasional TV commercial.
I think it's time for a tree sweep break.
It would be many years before the shocking event that made him a household name, his supporting role in the Naked Gun series.
Hiya, buddy. Hey, Doc says I should be on my beat and as good as new in a week.
Number 8, Blake Lively as Karen Smith, Mean Girls. Lively is no stranger to teen drama and has had plenty of Mean Girl exposure.
You wouldn't take this from me. Because if you do, I swear I will take you down.
I'm not taking anything from you, Blair. I was invited. And as for taking me down, I'd love to see you try.
So really, moving some of her Gossip Girl qualities over to North Shore and adding a splash more pink to her closet wasn't that far of a stretch. As Amanda Seyfried recalled, when she first flew out to LA to audition for Mean Girls, she was actually reading for the part of Queen Bee Regina George, while Lively was there for Karen.
But Blake, I didn't know, but I just remember thinking she was so gorgeous. And I was like, she's the perfect Karen, because I was Regina in the room, so. But, you know, things happen.
Apparently, Lively came quite close to securing the role, but she simply hadn't won over the powers that be. It was reportedly Lorne Michaels who suggested Seyfried for Karen instead. He must have had a fifth sense or something.
I'm kind of psychic. I have a fifth sense. What do you mean? It's like I have ESPN or something.
Number 7, Dustin Hoffman as John Rambo, First Blood.
Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe. Not with me, as Tolstoy.
Dustin Hoffman is a phenomenal actor, although he's not exactly the first name that comes to mind when we think of action stars. Because of this, you may be shocked to learn that Hoffman was offered a chance to play one of the most famous action heroes of all time, John Rambo. Hoffman rejected the role, however, as he felt it was too violent. He actually declined to play Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver for the same reason. Perhaps Hoffman's talents were better suited elsewhere anyway.
I think maybe you should have him over and I'll give him a little tap dance, you know. Huh?
But wouldn't it have been cool to see him with a machine gun? Number 6, Nicolas Cage as Superman. Superman Lives. Not produced.
Now look, the Post, it flies. The news. Look, Ma, no wires. The Times, blue bomb buzzes Metropolis. The Planet. We're sitting on top of the story of the century here.
There was a lot of buzz around this Kevin Smith penned script in 1996.
Buzz.
Things started off well with beefy pay-or-play contacts issued for both director Tim Burton and Nick Cage as the would-be Clark Kent.
Good move. Ass. Kick. Let's keep it that way.
Kevin Spacey, meanwhile, was tapped to play Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor.
Lois Lane.
You're bald.
And Tim Allen and Jim Carrey were each in the running for Brainiac.
Sucking up your IQ. Vacuuming the cortex. Feeding off your brain.
A 1998 release date was set to tie in with Soup's 60th anniversary, but by April of that year, production was halted after $30 million was spent on the non-film.
You know I'm not gonna stop.
Number 5, Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly, Back to the Future.
No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley.
Yeah, well, history is gonna change.
Unlike most alternate casting choices in our list, Stoltz actually spent several weeks filming Back to the Future. However, a month into production, director Robert Zemeckis and Stoltz himself decided the actor wasn't quite right for the part, and producers finally secured their first pick, Michael J. Fox.
It's gotta be a dream.
Fox then had to balance night shooting of the film with daytime shooting of his sitcom Family Ties.
It's ridiculous. I slept a total of 1.5 minutes in the last 6 nights.
However, a tiny smidgen of Stoltz's McFly does remain in the film. He drives the DeLorean away from the Libyans. Yeah, we can't tell if it's him either.
I never done this before. I ain't never done it before either, all right? I ain't starting now.
Number 4, Britney Spears as Allie Hamilton, The Notebook. In her memoir, The Woman in Me, Britney shared that she almost starred in this beloved romantic drama.
I couldn't bear the thought of you being with somebody else or of us never seeing each other again, so I gotta go, okay?
Believe it or not, she could have been starring opposite George Clooney.
We were going to do The Notebook together. Basically, I was going to play him as a young man, and it was funny. We met and said, this is it. It's going to be great. He's one of the handsomest guys you've ever seen. We met up again, and I said, I can't play you. I don't look anything like you.
She said that the role of Allie came down to her and Rachel McAdams. Yet after Clooney dropped out and Ryan Gosling stepped in, the Mouseketeer reunion never happened. Still, Britney says she's actually glad she didn't get the part. After filming Crossroads, she realized she had a tendency to get a little too lost in her characters. So instead, she got lost in the zone, channeling her energy into her 4th studio album, and giving us hits like Toxic, Every Time, and Me Against the Music. Number 3, Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Iron Man.
I got him locked. Bingo.
Robert Downey Jr. rejuvenated his career with Iron Man, and it's now impossible to picture any other actor in the role.
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
Just for a second, though, try to picture that guy who jumped on Oprah's couch as Tony Stark.
Maybe I'd be a little more appealing if I got arrested with a hooker doing a suitcase full of blow in Vegas. Then people would want it.
Just cross the line.
An Iron Man picture had been in development for years, and Tom Cruise was the studio's top pick.
I gotta give you your dream shot.
Director Jon Favreau really turned the project around, however, taking a chance on a struggling actor.
I'm just not the hero type, clearly, with this laundry list of character defects, all the mistakes I made, largely public.
Ironically, Cruise and Downey's paths would collide that same year when they co-starred in Tropic Thunder.
The universe is talking to us right now. You just gotta listen.
Number 2, Robin Williams as Jack Torrance, The Shining.
I didn't mean to kill her, Will. You know that, don't you?
Anything you say, Lloyd.
In the early 80s, Robin Williams was primarily viewed as a comedic performer.
A formal introduction is at hand. Get down.
Mainstream audiences could see him playing a crazy character, but not necessarily a scary crazy character.
Okay, let's talk. What do you want to talk about?
Nevertheless, Stanley Kubrick thought Williams had potential to be Jack Torrance.
Hello!
Although the director ultimately decided he was too psychotic for the role.
This will not look good on a resume!
The part thus went to Jack Nicholson, who's familiar with playing crazy as well.
Darling, light of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
Upon starring in 1 Hour Photo and Insomnia years later,
You and I share a secret. We know how easy it is to kill somebody.
Williams demonstrated just how spine-chilling and genuinely menacing he could have been in The Shining.
Have you read any of my books?
I'm not being grouchy. I just want to finish my work.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Leonardo DiCaprio as Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. Writer-director Mary Herron was blindsided by the studio's pick. Then DiCaprio left for the beach, clearing way for Bale.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should, because it's not just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends, it's also a personal statement about the band itself.
Chris Farley as Shrek. Shrek. Sadly, Farley passed away before completing all his lines. The reports say most had already been recorded.
I don't have time to set it to music.
Oh, this is another one of those Onion things.
No, this is one of those drop it and leave me alone things.
Ben Affleck as Josh Lucas. Clueless. Totally bugging at the idea of a Rudless film, but casting director Carrie Fraser thought Affleck would be fabulous for it.
That's not true.
He's not? Are you saying you care about me?
Josh.
Renee Zellweger as Jenna Rink, 13 going on 30. Before Gary Winnick was attached to the movie, Zellweger was up for the role of the 13-year-old 30-year-old.
I'm 13! Jenna, if you're gonna start lying about your age, I'd go to 27.
Wait, no, I know it sounds strange, but like some really weird dream is like that. Did you hear it? Did you hear that?
Andrew Garfield as Prince Caspian, The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. The actor shared that he wanted the role so badly, but was told he wasn't handsome enough.
Ben Barnes, I'll get you. No, I really just wanted that part. I think the feedback was, oh, he's not handsome enough or something.
About you?
Yeah. What can you do? Hey, I'm not handsome enough, Prince Caspian.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
See you tomorrow, Indiana Jones.
Dun 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 dun. What? As with Star Wars, George Lucas was hesitant to reuse Harrison Ford and opted for the somewhat fresher face of Tom Selleck.
That's crazy.
Although Selleck was interested and even screen tested for the role, he couldn't accept it due to his commitment to the then unaired Magnum P.I.
I heard you're playing like a detective.
Investigator, Ski. Private investigator.
Lucas buckled again and cast Ford just 3 weeks before production began.
Not the man I knew 10 years ago.
It's not the years, honey. It's the mileage.
Ironically, Selleck could have accepted both parts had he have known Magnum would be delayed for over 6 months because of a writer's strike.
Sometimes everything goes exactly as planned. Sometimes it doesn't.
Would you have wanted to see any of these actors in their almost movies? Let us know in the comments.